Hi, I'm David. I own and operate Country Whatnot Gardens here outside of Rochester, Indiana, which is about an hour south of the Michigan state line. I grow 25 different species and varieties of bamboo, such as Phylostachys nuda. Here I have one relatively green one and one dried one. This larger dried one started out at about 21 feet in length, and the green was about 15 feet. And they've been cut down to a usable length here for what I want to do, which is making more Nanokogaki fence half hoops. And I cut off the root end, and I wanted to show this. Here is the dried older culm that had stabilizer root development here around the base. The soil line was about where my hand is, so this was above ground. These would have grown into the soil to help stabilize this culm. And you can see here it had a second row actually starting, but they've been weathered off. And this green one was just starting to have its stabilizer roots come on. Now, as not to give any shakuhachi makers out there a heart attack, I'm not throwing these away and wasting them. I'll tell you what, if there's any shakuhachi makers out there and you would like these, because I know root ends are prized in shakuhachi, if you feel that these are worthy of shakuhachi, they are a little bit small in diameter, especially the green one, and it's slightly curved. But if you would like these, go to my website here that's listed in my link on my profile and contact me, and they're yours for postage. I'll give them away to you. How about that? That way they're not wasted, and they'll go to some good use, hopefully, if they're good for anything. So what I wanted to show here today was how to split bamboo, green versus dry, how much easier the green is versus the dry. And they've already been debranched. I used my concave cutters, which I've shown before. I sawed them out of the grove with my 15 tooth per inch bamboo saw here. And I also have a rubber mallet, because you never want to strike your bamboo hatchet here with a steel hammer. Never do that, you'll ruin it. So up first is the dried, and I'm going to put it as close to center as I can get it. Let's see, right there. And then I'm going to give it a good tap and try to hold it vertical, perfectly parallel to the vertical line of your culm, so that it splits relatively straight, and give that a good thwack. Now, be very careful with your hand below your knife, because it can go all at once like that. And then once you get it split so far, you can take your hatchet out, keeping your hand above this now since you got this started. And being careful not to get your fingers on the blade, of course. But then you can go the rest of the way down and twist this, and that will continue spreading that crack apart on down the culm until it's completed. And then you can see here we have a little papery layer that's inside the internode of the bamboo. You can clean that out like so. And if you wanted to split this again, you can, by holding it up here. You can see this is a half round now. So if you wanted a quarter round, you could put that on there and go right down here like this, working your way down like so. And now you have a quarter round. Now, the green piece here should go easier. Same principle as before, squaring it up on top there, going right down the culm with this. And I really do prefer the spade part of this, because you can hold it and twist better than you can with that very, very sharp blade right there. And there we have half rounds of the green, and it did go considerably easier than the dried culm that had been dried and cured outside naturally. Try to get my mallet out of my hand there. All right, and then go right down it again. Now you can split these as many times and as thin as you want, as long as you can keep it going straight. But there's that. Now switching back to dry again, I'll hold this one this way so you can see kind of what's going on the inside of the comb. Going down there, taking that back out, and again being very careful with this blade because it is incredibly sharp. Now I have seen people use other knives for splitting bamboo, some even kitchen knives and things like that, but I can tell you, I think the real tool does a lot better of a job. More easier, let's say that. But let's see what I've got here. I've got 3 pieces there. I think I'll go one more with this one, this green one. Let's turn it this way so you can see the inside, what's going on there. Get it started right down the comb. All right, time to switch so I can do some more prying. And you can pry a little bit with that blade, but I just prefer to use the heavier part of the hatchet. And you can see here it started to go crooked and getting tougher at this node, and it's kind of peeling off uneven here. That bamboo had a little bit of a crook in the comb, so it's a little bit, you can see how it goes like this a little bit. It's not perfectly straight. That's what kind of throws it off a little bit. But you got a nice smaller piece here and a greener piece. Let's see, well, they're all green. Let's see, those 4 are all green. And then I have 4 dried ones here. And then I'll use my diaphragm remover that I showed in a previous video to go through and remove these little triangular sections of diaphragm from the internal part of the comb, that is the solid part at the node, where the node is on the external part of the comb, and remove those. And then I'll make these into more Nanokagaki fence sections like I showed making in a previous video. I'll bend them. And I've got 8 more sections here now in all. So if you liked the video and found it useful, please give me a like, subscribe, and share. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, thank you for stopping by and take care. Bye.